What is up, everybody? In today's video, we'll be talking about a massive cold blast that is encompassing much of the US, plus lake effect snow events and more. Let's get right into this video. A massive cool down is here as Arctic air from Canada is rolling through parts of the region in much of the central and eastern and southern portion of the U.S. that is going to lead to a massive freeze across portions of Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina areas, and to Texas too, where they could see a big hard freeze for those areas. So definitely protect your vegetation here over the next few nights here for tonight, Monday night, and Tuesday night, where these areas are going to be impacted by this potential freeze, especially on Tuesday in the morning on Tuesday, where we could be seeing some really frigid cold temperatures getting below 32 degrees across portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina. Overall, it's going to be really cold in much of the central and eastern U.S. It's going to be feeling like full-on winter weather conditions. This is going to be January-like conditions across these regions, with some areas not even getting above 20 degrees all day long. It's going to be absolutely frigid. If you are awake on Monday morning, through Monday and Tuesday, I would definitely be wearing a sweatshirt and pants. It's going to be really cold outside across much of these regions over the next few days or so. But then after that, after this massive cool down rolls through, on Wednesday, back to warm temperatures all over again, back to 60s, and then Thursday we're going to be seeing much of a big warm sector start to encompass much of the U.S. with 60s and 70 degree temperatures across much of the central, northern, and eastern U.S. So it's going to go from 30 something degree highs and winter-like conditions to fall to summer-like conditions in the matter of like 5 days or so. So on Friday you're going to be back to wearing shorts. It's going to be really warm on Friday and Saturday, and then we cool eventually see another cool down in the future. But overall, the weather pattern that we're going to be in over the next 2 weeks or so, we're going to be going from cold to warm, back to cold, back to warm for a lot of times. So we're going to be seeing many warm fronts and cold blasts that will move through the region. It's not going to be consistent in the 60s or consistent in the 40s. It's going to be switching from 60s to 40s, back up to 70s, back up to 30s, like that type of thing over the next few weeks or so. And then once we get to probably December, I do think we are going to get a bigger cold down, but that is still too far out to look at for now. Due to this frigid weather across much of the U.S., we are going to be seeing a monstrous lake effect snow event because of this cold weather across the land, and then really warm temperatures across the lakes, including the Great Lakes of Lake Michigan, meaning that we are going to be seeing some big time lake effect snow events occur for Chicago Metro. Chicago has not seen much lake effect snowfall or any big snowstorms in a long time, and this is going to be a big one and a big snow event for snow lovers there in Chicago. In portions of Indiana and Michigan, we're going to be seeing a lot of snow. This is already occurring right now with big lake effect snow bands across parts of Indiana, and these snowfall rates are going to be absolutely wild. The snow won't be occurring across the same area for a long time, but these snow rates will be like up to 3 inches per hour in some spots, leading to potentially significant life-threatening conditions on the roads. You might not be able to see very well. It could be potential blackout conditions on the road or whiteout conditions on the roads, because this snow is going to be absolutely wild. Big time lake effect snow event. One of the biggest bands of lake effect snow could roll through here around 11 p.m. at night on Sunday, bringing extreme snowfall up to 2 inches per hour in some spots across Chicago Metro, and then we'll roll through and we'll see more lake effect snow bands start to roll through during the day on Monday. This is going to be a pretty long duration snow event, but it'll be around hit or miss type of thing, where some areas get more snow than others. It really depends on where the snow band really sets up, and it will not be snowing the entire time, but it'll be off and on snowing throughout all day today into tomorrow, with a lot of snow expected for these areas. Treacherous conditions possible, but a lot of snow for snow lovers, especially across Chicago and the Indiana, Michigan regions. And this snow event is going to be absolutely wild. We're going to be seeing some of the most snow that Chicago has seen in a long time, with the National Weather Service predicting a foot of snow for Chicago Metro, guys. A foot of snow. That could be between 8 to 15 inches of snow is what my main prediction would be. And then even more snow there in portions of Indiana regions, where that big bullseye of snow in those pink areas right there, where we're going to be seeing a ton and an absolute ton of snow in these regions across Chicago Metro. And then that big drop off in the Chicago suburbs to seeing barely any snow at all, because those lake effect snow bands will occur in one particular region, and and some area a few miles away might not get much snow. So there's still a little bit of uncertainty with lake effect snow, as some areas will get a lot more snow than others, but a foot of snow expected for Chicago. Wow, that's going to be a great event for snow lovers. And we're also going to be seeing some snow across some other areas too. Cleveland, Ohio could see 3 to 4 inches of snow from these lake effect snow bands, and areas further north and portions of Michigan and the UP of Michigan could also see 4 to 5, 6 inches of snow in those spots. And then we also could see some snow across the mountains in Tennessee, near Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where up to a foot of snow in some spots in the higher elevations could occur with this big time snow event coming, and more snow in West Virginia too. So definitely a first sight to snow across a lot of these regions. We could even see some flurries across Kentucky, southern Indiana, Ohio, maybe even Tennessee and Illinois in some of those regions, with the first snowfall of the season coming, hinting at signs of winter on the way. Now we're going to look at something that's really, really far out in the weather pattern, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on significantly, as it is looking absolutely wild, where we could see a big storm start to roll through portions of California and Oregon and Washington regions and dump some heavy rainfall across those areas, and really, really heavy snowfall in the Sierra Nevada mountains on a Thursday, November 13, which is not too far away from now, but once we get further into the storm, it will be a little bit further far out. And then on Friday, this thing rolls through portions of Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho. It could bring a ton of snowfall for the mountains, leading to a winter wonderland for skiers and snowboarders, and even just people that enjoy the snow that live in the mountains, as there could be some big time snowfall here, and I'm pretty certain of that across 5 days from now on Friday. And then after that, we could see this storm really start to strengthen as it really heads to portions of the central U.S., and that brings a potential severe weather threat for portions of Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma regions on Saturday, November 15th. This is still far out, but this is something I'm keeping an eye on significantly, as this is a huge storm that could bring some really strong winds and potentially even a snowstorm or a blizzard on the backside of it in Nebraska, South Dakota, and North Dakota regions on Sunday, and then a big-time severe weather event across portions and flash flooding potentially across portions of Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. This is still really far out, so we don't know anything that could happen yet. Things will change as we get closer. This storm might not occur at all and be that strong. Well, I do think it's going to occur, but I don't know how strong it's going to be to the level. So we're just looking at this right now. Don't say that this is 100% going to happen. We don't know. There's going to be some huge blizzard or monster severe weather event. There might not be much severe weather right now, but we're definitely keeping an eye on this and paying attention, as this could be potentially a big time weather event, as there are going to be a lot of moisture surging in from the Gulf of Mexico that could lead to a potential severe weather threat. The instability is looking really minimal right now, but that could change in the future. So we're definitely going to watch this significantly and keep an eye on this in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We're going to be seeing that big time lake effect snow event across portions of Chicago and portions of Indiana, dumping potentially a foot of snow for Chicago Metro, bringing a winter wonderland for parts of these regions. Then we could also see that big time storm start to roll through here on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That is still pretty far out, so we will get more details in the future of what could potentially occur with that. Plus this massive cold blast that is impacting a lot of the central U.S. and southern U.S., bringing frigid, absolutely winter-like conditions, but it's going to switch right back to warm, above average fall and summer weather on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So a lot of crazy weather in the weather pattern currently occurring. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and bye everybody.